Pixie, and welcome to Pixie's Pit. On today's episode, we will be discussing my favorite two matches from AEW, and we will be trying Cheetos Flamin' Hot Popcorn and the new Coke Zero. Let's get into the popcorn and Coke. So the Coca-Cola Zero, it looks pretty cool. It's got the red label on it. Alright, so let's get into this and see if it tastes better than the original Coke Zero or if it tastes like actual Coke as well. Okay, so we've got that open. I'm going to do this one first just because I know sometimes if you have a hot food first it might change the taste. So we'll start with the pop. Okay, very sweet. Has sort of like a sugary taste even though it's a zero. Pretty good, probably less harsh than the original Coke Zero. It does taste like Coke. I mean, maybe there can be a slight aftertaste with some of these Zero products, but in general it tastes pretty similar to Coke. It's good. I do like it. I do think it is a little bit better than the original one that they had out. I do think that it is a good representation of a regular Coke. I do think that it tastes sugary even though it's a zero product and has a good consistency and not much aftertaste and a little bit smoother, a little bit less of an overall kind of heaviness or burn from it. So I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10 horns in the air. All right. So let's get into the Cheetos Flamin' Hot Popcorn. So we've got Chester Cheetah on the bag here. This is probably one of the nicest Cheetos product bags that I've seen, where he's trying to grab a handful of the popcorn. He's just so animated and so larger than life. And even on the back they show a little bit of his glove, and it's all orange. He's got the orange fingers there and the orange fingers there as well. All right, so let's open this up. Okay, so they do smell like Cheetos, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. We really do have that smell right off the bat when you open it. Wow, that's some pretty orange. I think this colored popcorn might even be oranger than the actual color of the Flaming Hot Cheetos themselves. That's a pretty neon orangey color there. So let's see. It's different because you're definitely expecting the consistency of the Cheeto and your mind kind of wants to fool you. And then when you eat it, you get kind of a popcorn consistency in your mouth, which is very different. Tastes pretty different. The actual hotness of it is there, you get the heat, but the sort of taste of it is a little bit different than what you would get in a Cheeto. Maybe a little bit sweeter. This might be a bit of a sweeter mixed with the hot. It is really good. I would say I think I still prefer the consistency of the actual Cheetos Flaming Hot over this, but this is actually a very good representation of it. You do get the heat, it just doesn't work as well in the popcorn consistency in my mind, but if I was just served this and I didn't know that it was a Cheetos based product, I would think it's a very good product. It is really, you get a good combination of the heat and a little bit of a sweetness there. It is a great snack. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 horns in the air overall. CM Punk comes out and MJF interrupts him and calls him Punky Brewster. He basically says that CM Punk took his ball and went home like a little bitch, and that the best thing about CM Punk is his pipe bombs. Those were his best moments, and that for someone who's straight edge, CM Punk really looks like a meth addict. MJF also says that if he looked like CM Punk, he'd have to down 8 glasses of whiskey to even look at himself in the mirror. MJF basically says that he could verbally finish CM Punk quicker than CM Punk's UFC career. CM Punk says that MJF stands for my jealous fan, and that he shut MJF up without even saying a word. He says that MJF is a less famous Miz. MJF says that CM Punk is no more than nostalgia, that his hair is going gray, he is PG Punk, and he reminds him of someone who says the words hustle, loyalty, and respect, that he's a scrawny misfit, and that CM Punk has always been second best throughout his career. The next match is CM Punk and QT Marshall. They lock up, and Punk body slams QT 5 times. There's a lateral press by Punk, a back elbow by Punk. He hits QT 10 times in the head. QT stomps on Punk's face. There's a big back body drop by CM Punk. CM Punk does flying clotheslines to QT. A Liger bomb is done by QT. A roundhouse kick to the head of QT. A neck breaker by Punk. Running knee strikes by Punk, an elbow drop to QT, and a GTS by Punk for the 3 count. Darby and Sting attack the Gun Club, Billy and Colton Gunn. Darby dives at Colton, and Darby has cool new eye makeup that looks like a shuriken star. Dante Martin joins Team Taz. We see Jericho backstage wearing a leopard jacket, and 2.0 come up and interrupt him. Jericho tells 2.0 that they have square heads, that they remind him of SpongeBob SquarePants, only it would be SpongeBob SquareHead, and if they ever interrupt him again, he's not going to be pouring coffee in their face, he's going to be kicking their teeth down their throats. Next, Hangman Page offers to defend his championship against Bryan Danielson. Page says that he's not going to leave Chicago without a fight, and that he'll even give Danielson the first hit. Bryan slaps Page in the face. Page delivers a big boot, but misses the buckshot lariat. The next match is Malachi Black, FTR, and El Idolo versus the Death Triangle and Cody Rhodes. Cody and Harwood lock up. Cody knocks down Harwood, a slingshot suplex is avoided. Cody lands a right hand at a power slam. Pac tags in, and he gives Harwood an elbow strike. A back suplex by Harwood to Pac. Pac applies a wrist lock and also gets a wrist lock put in one as well. Wheeler's leg gets hooked by Penta. Wheeler pushes Penta and then punches him in the face. They exchange slaps and kicks, and Penta kicks Wheeler in the face. Wheeler clotheslines Penta. El Idolo tags in. Penta has an inside cradle on Andrade. Andrade does an elbow to Penta. Phoenix does a kick to El Idolo's face. A drop kick from Phoenix to El Idolo. Death Triangle triple kick El Idolo while he's down. Cody tags in. A triple team on Cody, and the crowd goes nuts. At one point, Cody throws his belt into the crowd, and they don't want it, and they show their dislike of him so much that they throw it right back into the ring, and Andrade kicks it under the ring. Phoenix kicks Malachi in the face. Phoenix does a Hurricanrana to El Idolo. There's also kicks to Malachi's face. Phoenix is on fire. There's a back heel trip by Malachi to Phoenix, and punches and kicks in the corner to Harwood. Harwood chokes Phoenix. Tully actually strangles Phoenix on the ropes outside the ring. Malachi kicks Phoenix. Malachi tags in, and he does knees to Phoenix again and kicks him in the face. Wheeler punches Phoenix and tries to rip his mask off. Phoenix kicks Wheeler in the jaw. Penta does a crossbody to El Idolo and a Casadora into DDT. Penta does a backstabber to El Idolo for a 2 count. Pac does a flying kick on El Idolo. Pac kicks El Idolo as well. Wheeler does a backbreaker to Pac. Hardwood does a pile driver to Penta. Malachi does a flying knee to Phoenix. Cody kicks Pac in the face by accident. El Idolo does a belly-to-belly in the corner, and Tully and Arn enter the ring. Tully takes his jacket off, he means business. Jose throws a jacket at Arn. Arn punches Jose. Phoenix jumps on Harwood. Penta does a backbreaker and double clotheslines to FTR. A tope con hero by Penta. Phoenix flies on Harwood. Malachi spits the mist in Pac's eyes. And El Ito capitalizes and spikes Pac for the win. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe because we're trying to build a cool community. And until next time, goodbye and good night.